Hi everyone, it's Monday, October 29th, 2018, and I have a letter here from Lazor. He is in Soledad, California. It's dated October 9th, I think, 2018. It says, a much bigger deal than the Brett Kavanaugh matter. Here's a far more nationally important and alarming matter than the Brett Kavanaugh situation, which is very closely related to judicial power to destroy. A little-known fact: every single California prison guard has thousands of times more power than Justice Brett Kavanaugh ever has had or ever will have as a SCOTUS justice. This includes even the most lowly prison guard with more power to destroy the lives of tens of thousands of people whose affected lives in turn adversely affect millions of others. Each prison guard has, in fact, incomparably more power to wreck innocent people's lives than all 9 SCOTUS justices combined, more than every federal judge and justice in every court in the land, and more than all California state judges and justices combined. Even the most unworthy, base, undereducated, most dishonest, scoundrelly, evil, devious, sadistic, and violent prison guard, those who are serial rapists and murderers, con artists, those who cheated their way through the GED exam to be hired as CCPOA prison guard. Every one individually has more judicial power than every one of the U.S. and California branch judges and justices combined. And they are not even employed in the judicial branch of government. These guards each have the power to, every day, every hour, hand out life without possibility of parole, brackets LWOP, prison sentences to any targeted prisoner merely on a whimsical desire to inflict such malicious damages. There's not a single judge or justice anywhere in the United States, in any state or federal court, who has the power, nor all of them combined, who have the power to interpose themselves into a prison sentence rendered in a court by a judge in a judge or jury trial. They are barred by law from increasing that sentence even once, let alone perpetually. Not even to increase it by one mere day. That's the law. Yet, every California CCPOA prison guard has usurped the power to resentence me and many other California prisoners every day, if they wish, to a new LWOP prison sentence as an extension of the original sentence imposed in our criminal trials. Every single guard and their fellow prison guards each get to assign each other as accuser, judge, jury, executioner, punisher, and even appeal judge, all within their nifty, tight-knit clique of corrupt guards with the California Parole Board, BPH, conducting it all. While BPH is an unelected branch of the same CDCR prison system employing the guards, all one convenient in-house kidnapping scheme industry organization. They tend to target not the misbehaving problem prisoners, but the innocent and most exemplary model prisoners, because these later types tend to try to remedy prison injustices by the pen and paper rather than violence. That draws more reprisals than commission of murder, rape, and all other crimes by prisoners in CDCR, however illogical. By this hidden, conscious, shocking scheme within the CDCR prison system, I've personally hit with more than 50 new prison sentences of LWOP, for which I've spent the last 26 years of my life in prison after my court-imposed sentence for a murder I did not commit was fully served on May 1st, 1992. My goodness, 92, 6, 92, that's like 2002, 2012. That's like 16 years ago he should have got out. Justice Kavanaugh cannot do that. All 9 SCOTUS justices together cannot do that. The law restrains them. California CCPOA prison guards can do this. They have done this. They continue to do this. Now, every day. Ironically, because I'm not a criminal, in fact, and never have been in my life based on actual behavior, I could never come close to conforming my daily behavior to the typical criminal inmate's conduct, a mode of conduct the guards expect from prisoners. Consequently, I've been selectively targeted as the guards' special project for ongoing barrages of additional resentencing campaigns. Whenever I've been slated to go to before the parole board for a release decision, several prison guards write multiple false reports alleging by lies that I committed some petty rule infraction, like a baton passed in a relay race. The guards' false reports are then handed over to the unelected bureaucrats of the parole board, BPH, who say the false report constitutes another LWOP sentence by stringing this same activity together at each parole hearing, turning it into an LWOP sentence on the installment plan. The involved players set it up again and each time just prior to a new parole hearing to assure parole denial in perpetuity for the rest of my natural life. No judge in the land has this power, nor do all of them combined. This is such a joke. I'm sorry. I can't even believe it. I mean, it's true, right? It's true. Right? While the left hand of the BPH is doing this to me, their right hand is releasing thousands of career criminals, including some of the most vicious murderers in human history as, quote, rehabilitated, something they know I can never qualify for because that requires having led a life of crime with a criminal mentality. They know I've never had that since I proved my murder frame-up almost 20 years ago. I'm therefore not subject to rehabilitation, having nothing to rehabilitate from. But this twisted logic of the BPHCDCR, I must serve out more than 50 LWOP prison sentences until I die in prison, even at the very old age, despite my court-imposed prison sentence having been fully served on May 1st, 1992. That is, unless this insane practice of free the career criminals and bar the innocent model citizen from ever being released is stopped and remedied. Is it only the insane who cannot see this practice is insane? With all the protest hysteria in the air over the misuse of SCOTUS power prompted by the Kavanaugh matter, can we now move some of that intense protest fervency into public outcry of this outrageous institutional level kidnapping scheme? Perhaps the most refined and gigantic human trafficking scheme of any modern era. Unlike the question of who is appointed as SCOTUS justice, the shocking criminality by any standard of this kidnapping scheme is beyond debate and beyond the realm of option. A SCOTUS appointment, even with the next half-century of court decisions direction at stake, pales in comparison. Remember, if they can do this to me and tens of thousands of others in here, they can do it to you and to everyone you know and love. Question? Protest anyone? Free Lazor, kidnapped for 35 years and still out in the open. Please pray for this man. We need a miracle to deal with this insanity. It's absolute human trafficking and it has to stop.